is it just Zoom? Just a Zoom?
Yeah, Zoom thing. Because I wish I had a mic, but I think I'd have to plug it in, do some madness, and sort something out with Zoom. I think.
Okay.
Because I have to direct it to this, and then I'm like, I can't be bothered. You know what I'm saying? Long.
It's long, isn't it?
Bro, I wish I was in the studio because it'd be way easier. I know where to go.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you should have said. I said I would have went on there.
Yeah, but the studio's closed, man. Studio's closed. COVID thing. COVID.
Oh.
And then now I got to find a new place. It's just long, bro. It's just long.
Okay.
Yeah. We own, baby. We own, finally, bro. I'm actually back with a proper episode, fam.
Yeah.
It's been 5 weeks, no proper episode.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? Like, I was wondering. I was like, hey, why have I not seen that in a long time?
I've put out like small, like the rundown, obviously, like the small episodes, just quick little ones that goes out during the week. But yeah, that's kind of like an episode in itself, like short episodes, like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just, I can record it from my phone. It's pretty easy.
Nah, yeah, I hear that.
And it's still content at the end of the day. So
nah, innit? Trust me.
Yeah, it still works at the end of the day. But we back, man. 126.
Lit.
Fam. 3 years, blood.
A long time, you know.
Yeah, it's been 3 years for this, man. So thank you for everybody just listening and watching and everything, supporting. You get me? But we got another Ryan in the house, bro.
Yeah, boy.
Another Ryan, you know, aka Little Ryan, as the past would say. You get me?
Yeah.
Which would be fitting because I'm the tall Ryan, you're the little Ryan.
Yeah.
It works out.
And then you got the hench Ryan, and then you got all of that.
Trust me, better Ryan to the city.
Trust me.
But yeah, introduce yourself to the people, man. Just kind of like tell them what you are about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Greetings. Hi, the name is Rai. You know me, I'm the short black guy. Listen, bars, isn't it?
Bars. Don DeMarco.
Nah, just a filmmaker, innit? I'm just out here just trying to try a thing, innit?
Yeah, man's trying the thing, you know, like you've been doing this for years. But
you know
man,
I'm not really though, but
yeah, you've been out for time though.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for coming, man. I really wanted you to come on like for time, just didn't know the right timing. Just
yeah.
This is kind of like the right. I wish it was the studio, but we gotta do what we gotta do and make it work.
Well, hopefully in the future we can do the next one, innit?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We'll sort something out, definitely. But yeah, obviously, I don't know how we met. I think we just met somewhere.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't know either. You know, I feel like I definitely met you like in town or something.
Yeah.
And then it was just on some like, I don't know, I was probably on some joke thing back then as well. So I was just like, oh, what, your name's Ryan? No, my name's Ryan. I'm the original Ryan.
Yeah, I think that's would have been it. But I think it's just through Mandem, I guess. Probably. Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And I knew you as the guy that did this, obviously this Little Ryan, the skits on on Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that. But obviously then you transitioned. But what was it that got you into doing creative stuff in the first place? Like creating that Little Ryan series and everything else? Because I think you were one of the first I seen in the city, especially doing that shit.
Yeah. This is, do you know what? Like, basically, I have to be careful on these things, you know, because I can just go off on one long ass rant about it.
Go off, bro.
But
like,
yeah,
we could record for how long? You know what it is.
Yeah. No, for real. Nah, but yeah, I'm glad you acknowledged that. But a lot of people don't acknowledge that. But yeah, basically it was just from school. I think there was one teacher. Obviously, I was a class clown, as you probably would imagine. But like, there was this one teacher that had faith and was just like, oh yeah, you should friggin' do media or do something creative. And she always just kind of kept on hinting at it, basically. But like before school though, like I always used to go to drama school anyway. So like yeah, like from years back, I was on like television and performing in theaters and all this kind of stuff. I just never really liked theater. I just thought it was kind of dead. I wanted to do TV basically. And I guess like the main inspiration for the comedy stuff anyway, I was just like, was watching like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, My Wife and Kids, and all these kind of shows, or Sweet Life of Zack and Cody back in the day. I was
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Trouble TV and Disney Channel were, or
Yeah, yeah, that's what
Nickelodeon
I'm
were on
saying.
point. Yeah. That's what.
Madinette Corey in the house, all this
Mm,
kind of stuff. I was just like, do you know what? I can do that, you know? Like, if I had a platform, I could be one of those kids. That's what I used to think. Like, when I was like, I don't know, like 12, 11, 10 kind of age, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, through like school, this teacher, yeah, like I said, she kind of always told me to like be creative. And then, yeah, one day I just friggin', as soon as I left school, I like begged my parents for like a camera. They bought me like the deadest camera. And then like, yeah, that's when the Little Ryan show started basically. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, there was, because I remember, I think someone showed it to me, and
Yeah.
they were just on Facebook or something like that, and I was just watching it, and I was just like, this is jokes. And then obviously I think then kind of YouTube started, you started
Mm,
posting on YouTube, and I started watching a few there.
mm,
And then I didn't say I noticed it that you disappeared, but
mm.
it was like I think during that time a lot of people was disappearing anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, raw, like I think I had maybe years back and years ago, like after, and I was like, wow, where's Little Ryan show? And then obviously you just went away for it, and I think I don't know if you made a post about it or something, but
Mm.
you just said like, I'm not doing it anymore just because you didn't feel creative enough, and or something, like you didn't want to, the city
Yeah.
didn't support you in certain
Yeah,
ways.
yeah. The famous post. Everybody pulls me up on that one post, you know. It's
Yeah,
crazy how much people that reached, you know.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it was
definitely.
it was
Because I
kind of
could
mad.
relate to it. I could
Yeah.
relate to it now. Like
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing, I could kind of relate to it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's mad because like that, yeah, that one post was just like I was getting people ringing me that I had never even heard of before. Just saying, hey, why we need to chat, we need to meet up, we need to do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why that reached so many people. But yeah, like yeah, I guess like it wasn't even that like I stopped because I didn't want to do it. It's just Bristol, you know. That's what I will always hate on Bristol in that sense, in terms of
Mm.
creativity and working together, because it's just like the whole point of the Little Ryan show, not many people know this, but like the whole point of it was to get people to work together. That's
Mm.
why in every single episode there's like different talents, and at the end of every single episode
You get
there's
different mandem. You get
yeah,
different
exactly.
mandem.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
different Mandem, there's different music, different Bristol music. Everything was proper Bristol, and like supporting and getting people to work together. I can tell you from this to this day, not a single person has managed to get into one video. The collaborations that I managed to do. Do you know what I'm saying? To this day, that's crazy. In 2020 as well, that's
Yeah.
mad. I
100%.
did that. The joke thing is, like with the Little Ryan show, like that was like 8, 9. This yeah, 9 years ago now. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm
Nearly
saying?
10. Yeah. Nearly
Yeah,
10.
that's what I'm saying. It's almost been 10 years since. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was doing that back then. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, I just had enough. I like, yeah, it just felt like no one was really like supporting in the sense of like
Yeah.
share my stuff. Everybody was leeching onto me at that point as well.
For
So
fame,
like,
fame things or
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like not that I was famous, but you got to understand that like 10 years ago to get like 5,000 views on YouTube,
big
that was,
deal.
yeah, that was a big deal back then. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, so yeah, I would say like the equivalent today is like, I don't know, like 250,000. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
that's quite significant.
I think I've
5,000 views back then was big.
probably six figures on YouTube. You would probably say you've kind of made a good enough,
Nah,
visual.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, I just felt like, yeah, like although enough people, even to this day actually, it's funny because like literally not too long ago, like someone out of nowhere, like I've never seen them before, was just like, oh, you're Little Ryan, innit? You should bring it back, fam.
Swear.
Like still, yeah, still to this day, like I always get it. Like it's crazy how much people that reached and like how many people I kind of impacted with it. But like,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I just felt like no one was really sharing or helping or
Mm.
supporting. Do you know what I'm saying? And then like the thing with that is like you got to remember, I'm just some black kiddie from Easton with nothing anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So how the
I thought you
hell?
were up. I thought
No,
you were up, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Enough people still think that now today, but you got to remember back then I was like 17. How the hell is it 17?
Swear.
Yeah, I was like 17, 18, something like that. Anyway, yeah. When I no, that's a lie. Sorry. When I first started, I just turned 19. Sorry, that's a lie. I start.
Swear.
Yeah.
I thought you. How? Yeah, I would have been 16, 17.
Yeah.
That's mad.
That's what I'm saying. So at that time, yeah, I was like, yeah, just turned 19, I think, when I first released it. So so yeah, for a 19-year-old black kiddie from Easton with no support, no nothing, do you know what I'm saying? No mentors, I haven't been trained how to do filming. Like people always ask, oh, why did you stop? Well, I never had no money, I never had no support, I never had nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? That was
Yeah,
just me just
that's
taking my
that
ass
was
out
the
and going out.
problem. That's the problem with the city. I think we don't get as much now, but just because there are creatives out there that are doing bits, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah.
And but obviously, as an example, Maya's gone clear. And everybody in the ends probably would know Maya.
Yeah.
Jamel gone is probably the one under. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there's obviously Stacy and those girls,
Yeah.
Rema and such as well.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, like Uella and them lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you all are. I forgot the other girls' names. I'm so sorry, but those girls are doing bits.
Yeah,
You
they're
know what I'm
winning.
saying?
All of them are winning.
Winning.
Yeah.
But I probably feel the same way you felt not 10 years ago though, right now, just due to the
Yeah.
fact of the platform I've made, even though I've been here for 3 years. I haven't made no income. I've kind of just rolled with it, but I've invested a lot of money into it. So I've had my ups and downs, cool. But like, I think me and Stacey had that conversation on the pod before as well. Like, the city is so hard to pull something off of. Like,
Yeah.
so
It's
hard in the
mad.
city.
Yeah.
And you might get support maybe for the first 10 things you might do, 5 things maybe minimum.
Yeah.
Maybe max at the same time, and everybody else just fades off to do their own thing, and they'll be like, oh, how's your little finger, do that. Like, and I get that a lot, but like I do feel that still now, that like sometimes I'll get like the whole, oh, how's the pod and you're doing well, I watch, I'm seeing you, I'm like, cool, whatever. I'll get the random person like, oh, you're that guy that does the pod or whatever, but that's through friends that I've been on, which is great. That gives me more listens, but I kind of need. There's only been one time where I was at a party. I said hello to one of my friends, and a friend that she was with was like, "Wait, you're that guy from podcast, da 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 da," and it's like, "Oh no, I was watching it from time ago, like, or whatever. Like, I didn't know, like, you obviously you guys were on an episode, but I didn't really watch it. I watched it before then. I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
But that was the only time that I've seen that or have come up to me. No random person that doesn't know anybody that I know has come up to me like on that sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I still feel that to this day, but it is maybe it's because like I'm not really out there like that. A lot of people think.
Yeah.
Like you'll see me outside.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't really know me. Like
Yeah.
you don't know me. Like
no, but still though, I feel like people would though. I feel like you've been about like long enough to kind of for people to know, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's interesting. The thing is, you like don't even feel alone. Like so many people feel like how you feel now, how I felt 10 years ago today. Like I can't express to you, like obviously for me as well, like I am proper in there in the community, do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I hear everyone's cries. Like people come to me a lot about like their problems and how they're struggling or how they can kind of like reach. But yeah, just tell me about their struggles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just don't feel alone, because it's just a Bristol thing. You go to London, it is not like that.
Bro, why do you think that is though?
Do you know what it is? I feel like I've clocked it. I feel like do you know? I feel like I figured it out. Like so, basically, I have to watch my words. Basically, like I feel like it is like on a beg friend basis. So let me give you an example, yeah? So, for instance, it's like if I was to put out a brand new Little Ryan show, not many people would share it. I don't feel like today, right? But if a certain musician, right, from Ends put out a music video tomorrow,
Everyone's sharing
every
it.
everyone wants to be a part of that guy. Everybody wants to feel like they know that one figure. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you?
I get you.
Whether the song is good or not, doesn't matter. They want to feel like, oh yeah, I'm sharing this brother's thing because I want to feel like, yeah, I know him. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but if I was to put something out or you was to put something out, regardless if it's better or not, like people are like, well, this guy's not popular. He's not popping off. So I don't want to associate myself. But in the same like breath, if I had 5 million followers, or that's ridiculous. Let's just say I had like, I don't know,
50K.
the same followers that I've got now. Yeah, 50K or what have you. And I put out a Little Ryan show tomorrow, and then people like friggin', let's say Maya started sharing it, and let's say Michael Dapper started sharing it, and all of these guys started sharing it from London. Everyone in Bristol, I'm telling you right now, everyone in Bristol will try to come to me and beg friend. And the reason why I know that is because this is exactly what happened to me 10 years ago with the Little Ryan show. Do you know what I'm saying? There are certain people out in Bristol, for the very first episode, the pilot, I asked them, I said, listen, I want you to be in this episode. I want you to do this because I want to do the collaboration thing. Everybody said no. Everybody said yes as soon as they seen the 7,000-8,000 views back then. That was when they was like, oh, actually, I want to be a part of this thing now. And that was when everyone started like, whenever I would, well, yeah, for the first like few episodes anyway, when I started sharing, everyone wanted to be a part of, oh, Ryan's gonna blow, or Ryan's winning.
Bro, you had not just that, you had like viral meme like moments as well in the Ryan show. Like you could see videos on Twitter at the time, or
that's what I'm
like
saying.
little clips, and people kind of be like, when so and so, when did this happen?
Yeah.
You had that momentum as well.
This is what I'm saying, but this was all before memes and everything. Like memes wasn't a thing back then. So it's just like, realistically, when you look at it, like it was a little bit ahead of its time in the sense of like what I was doing. Because when you look at the comedy content now, a lot of the stuff is slapstick stuff than what I was doing back then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like slapstick at that time wasn't really on the social media wave as of then.
Yeah.
As soon as you were doing it, you kind of had obviously at that time as well, it was so brand new. People were like, raw, like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So that's not from the city.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just mad to see, and kind of, because I know for a fact if we did it now, and you didn't have the Little Ryan show then, bro, somehow, some way, in, let's say you did 5 years ago, you'd probably been up there with the people then.
Yeah,
you know
probably. I don't even like to think about it, to be honest with you. It gets on my nerves. But
but at the same time, bro, God works in mysterious ways. The journey you're in now, after you made that decision, is kind of like at the right time. Like certain things, I bet you, like certain things are happening now.
Yeah.
The path you're in, you're like, you know what? I'm content and I'm happy here. I'm enjoying.
That's the thing. Real talk.
This.
To be honest with you, I'm not. That's the thing. Like, it's all for me. This is, do you know what? This is what I wanted to make clear. Like, everyone, for some reason, sees me as this successful Black filmmaker who is like winning. That is just not the case, like whatsoever. So, just to go back a little bit to the Little Ryan show thing as well. Like back then, 10 years ago as well, I was even. The director of Man Them on the Wall was even watching my stuff back then. Do you know what I'm saying? And was taking inspiration.
I forgot his name. Sorry, because there's 3 of them in it.
Yeah. So basically, there was the 3 guys, but there was a director behind a lot of it as well. So they had support. Do you know what I'm saying? I never had support, but even the director was like thinking, "Raw, that Little Ryan show is kind of jokes." Like, and do you know what I'm saying? They filtered some of that through into their shows or what have you. But it's just like there was so.
I get what you mean. Yeah, they kind of now remembering now there are certain points, certain moments that they kind of transitioned certain things from Lil Ryan show.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, okay, cool. But like, yeah, when I made the transition, basically, I just didn't want to get known as the funny guy. Basically, like, although everybody still thinks it, like,
but you're naturally funny though.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but like, but basically, like, I just didn't want to be typecast as a funny guy. I wanted to be known as, oh, this is a talented guy that can do the comedy stuff, act, but also he can actually direct films and he can do sick. So you see, like Will Smith, he can rap, he can act, he can direct films. It's the same with Childish Guy Gambino. He can rap, he can sing, he can act. He's a sick actor as well, and he can like kind of he understands film.
Writer,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I just visualize myself in that kind of sense. That's why I wanted to go into the whole filmmaking side and just like showcase like serious stuff.
You know what? Like, you're kind of similar to the way you feeling about that what you just said now. It's almost similar to the guy that did Rose.
Yeah. That's why he stopped. He didn't want to be.
He stopped because he was like, I don't want to be casted to that for the rest of my career.
Yeah.
Like, and he said, you know what? I'm out. Like, it's Rose's done.
Nah.
Man's just gonna do Man's just gonna actually produce stuff for the BBC and ITV, and which he did. He's got I think he did a lot of writing for a lot of series on BBC and has his own show called The Enterprise on BBC. So it kind of went a good way for him.
No, exactly. Yeah, and he's significantly more funny than Michael Dapper as well.
A lot of people would say that. Yeah, that's very
true. He's
with Michael Dapper. I've yet to see a stand-up.
Yeah.
Because he does portray it as a comedian.
Yeah.
So I think when I see that stand-up and how he does, because I've been watching, like, as an example, Mo the Comedian. Like, he's very successful now, but I've seen him for years.
Yeah.
I've only seen, obviously, Michael Dapper has made stuff prior to that, and obviously due to social media and stuff, which has given him the advantage as well compared to Mo.
Yeah.
But I would love to see a stand-up from Michael Dapper.
Yeah, I don't think he would do it. And if he did do it, it'd just be man's not hot jokes.
I don't think so, bro.
Do you reckon?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think he's smart. I think he's smarter than that because I feel like in the UK, or as a creative in general, I think it's nice to write something till the wheels fall off. But what are you gonna do after that? Like, as an example, like some of these influencers, as an example, without Instagram, how they paying their bills, bro? Like, what else? What other income are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Remember the story of when the girl lost like bare followers, or like the Instagram got postponed or something like that? She was crying.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think Michael Dapper, I do have high hopes that he does a stand up and does, prove me wrong, because I would love to see him do a stand up, because if he's basically doing stand up on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
The accents, the certain how like when Kevin Hart was early Kevin Hart, when he was doing when he was in school and his mom would say, why are you suspended and stuff like that. That type of line. He's doing that kind of on YouTube, so but that's why I would like to see him do it as a stand-up.
That makes sense, to be fair. That makes sense.
That's why I would love to see him do a stand-up. So
it's
your story is really similar to what I hear from like Roll Safe and others, man. So
it is interesting. It's just like it's just it's just in Bristol it's just different. That's the thing. It's just like
I clocked it after about middle of the second year. I clocked that.
I clocked it far sooner, I think, for me anyway. Only because like everything's changed. In 10 years is a long time.
10 years, bro, things change so quick in the world in general. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But there's
mad.
certain things, but in regards to the city, some things don't change.
Nah, exactly. But that's the thing, though. So this is the thing that just pisses me off about Bristol. So it's just like, I don't think people realize how significant the Little Ryan show was to Bristol, because at the time, I don't know how to kind of frame it. So basically, like in terms of media anyway, so like, you know, creativity in the sense of basically everything that's not music, right? There was no scene really for young people.
None.
Sure, there was South Blessed, and
Yeah.
Vince
Yes.
doing like music, but then he was also trying to dabble with the comedy stuff with Amari and stuff. But like it wasn't like
I
he was.
remember that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, Vince was before me, and then like, and then yeah, I kind of came in and just had this vision and did the Little Ryan show. But it's like back then there wasn't a platform for anyone to kind of go to, in the sense of like, you see like now there's like, you got the Watersheds, you've got the Rife magazines, you've got the Rising Arts agencies, you've got the bloody Channel 4s are down here now, you've got all of this. None of that was down here. Back then it was literally people from ends, yeah, or just like black people who never had space to go and write for Rife magazine or whatever. And then you had like middle class people, which was already in the Watersheds and the BBC and all that kind of stuff. And those people, us lot, couldn't get into those spaces at the time. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, the Watershed clocked what the Little Ryan show was doing and realized that, oh, this guy's actually bringing bare different people in. Like,
I didn't know about the Watershed like that. I didn't know about they were doing stuff like this.
Yeah, so like basically like the Watershed have a thing on the inside called the PM Studio, and it's basically just a bunch of creatives. Do you know what I'm saying? So 10 years ago, yeah, it was just a bunch of middle class creatives just for a space to go in. You could hotspot desks. It was people creating madness like in there. It was just, yes, it was a sick space. Do you know what I'm saying, to be in? But like there was no diversity, there was no opportunity for people like me. Do you know what I'm saying? At the time. So when they clocked on what I was doing, that was why they made the whole Rife magazine. So again, a lot of people don't know, I'm the guy who did Rife magazine before Rife magazine. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't get recognized for that, like, at all. Do you know what I'm saying? So you see all of the ULAs and all that kind of stuff. There would be no ULA if it wasn't for what I done.
Yeah, bro. Like there's so many things. Yeah, there's so many things that you've basically now I'm thinking about it now, and you're telling me that part of the scene, and I'm like, you know what? There wouldn't be a lot of us that we're doing now without you starting Lil Ryan.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think though we would have had it maybe later on.
Oh yeah, for sure. It would have been inevitable for it to all come out. But
I think it would have happened like maybe 5.
Yeah,
I would say 5 years ago.
Maybe like like 5-6 years ago. I would say it probably would have happened.
I would have said that as well. Yeah.
But it's just like all of these platforms, like all of these people that are coming through now, like half of them don't even know who I am or what it is that I did, and half of them don't even want to like interview me or don't even want to friggin' acknowledge that I exist. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So it's like, even with like Jamal 15, there would be no Jamal 15 if I didn't show the way in terms of like, oh, it's okay to do comedy and to act. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not corny at all. Anyone can do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Before then, there was none of that.
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to be in the Lil Ryan show at one point. I was like, yo, I want to get
yeah, you should have said. You should have said. There's bare people's.
I never reached out because I was like, I was really like so timid and like so shy, bro. Man had the long hair.
Yeah.
Man didn't have sauce back then, bro.
Those jokes. Nah, but it would be good though, because that's the other thing. It's just like, I don't know what people's perception of me is now, because I feel like a lot of people must think, oh, Ryan's on some stush thing. Oh, he don't want to do this. He don't want to do that. but people just don't understand how much effort that I've put in already and what I am doing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like back then I was safe, like I still am now, but like I would always welcome people to come to the Little Ryan show. That's why like friggin' yeah, like there's if you look back into the episodes, like friggin' Jamal's in there
Yeah,
and
you had
friggin'
Bear
like
Man. You
and
had
there
Bear
enough
Man I
people.
knew.
Yeah,
Bear
enough
Man that I
people in
know
there.
now were on Lil Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
100.
like Nathan was in there, Ryan Dunkley, like enough people.
Oh, when
Like
Dave was in there,
Codeine.
yeah, I told him
Yeah.
in college. I was like, wait, why the hell is this brother on Lil Ryan, man?
This is what I'm saying.
Oh, Nathan, the guy, man.
But to me,
Big
like
up,
those
though.
guys, yeah, but like to me, those guys, they just didn't. They obviously thought, oh, I want to do that as well. So that's why they asked. And then obviously, fast forward a few years later, then that's when Scotty and Omar and Nathan did their Sun Tribe thing. Do you know what I'm
Sun
saying?
Tribe,
So
yeah,
doing their stuff. Do you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like they had the confidence to go out and do it, and I think that's sick. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like
I clocked as well. Lil Ryan was little inspiration over there. You could tell. Yeah, you could.
yeah,
You could definitely
probably.
tell.
I don't know. I don't.
But with it's slapstick in it. So
Yeah.
slapstick is obviously
Yeah.
a type of comedy that you were doing time ago,
Mm.
but you just gave basically the confidence and a platform for everybody to be like, let's try this out.
Yeah.
And if it bangs for me, in the sense of I enjoy it, I'm on it.
No, exactly. Yeah.
That's it. That was it.
That was it. Yeah. So like, I feel like a lot of people don't want to admit like.
I think they don't, but they will still remember it, bro.
Yeah, they remember it. Yeah, they remember it.
It's still in their head.
Yeah,
but they're just, the ones that you're just like, shit, man's actually doing something.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck here at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
I think
exactly.
that will always happen. And,
yeah.
And it's like, I get these, like, so maybe sometimes you get the feeling of like, oh, what? Do you think these people are? I've been doing this for so long. People are doing way better than me with just, you know what I'm saying? But
all the time.
bro, I think about it as well. But at the same time, I'm thinking, you know what? One day or whatever, these people aren't going to survive without consistency. That's why I kind of beat them already.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you'll be surprised though. I used to think that as well. But you'll be surprised the amount of like content that is low effort, no.
That doesn't.
It's just
shit.
It doesn't
blows.
matter.
That blows.
Yeah, it just blows. Yeah, I could like.
Blows.
Again, I don't even want to really get into it, but
Yeah,
there
of
are
course,
definitely stuff from Bristol that I'm just like, okay,
yeah,
that's interesting that person and that thing did as well as it is, and now because of that one thing, it's given that person like a new life essentially. And I guess like so this kind of brings me into the ever problem of Bristol is bring-ins basically. Like everyone is for themselves in Bristol, it feels like. Obviously there's a couple people that ain't, and they're in it to like friggin' give back or what have you, but there are certain people that will abuse to get their self up, and then once they get up, they don't care about their brethrens.
Yeah.
But then when you go to parties or what have you, and then they show up, especially in the ends or what have you, it's just like they come in thinking like, yeah, I'm this person or da.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is thinking, nah, fun that. Cause
I remember that as well. Like when, because obviously we all know people from London. I know a lot. I know when I'm at Carnival at Notting Hill, like I knew a few people from West, and I'd be chilling or whatever, and they'd be like, yo, my man's over there, and they'd be like, I don't even know the brother, but apparently he's doing well. Doing well. And I was like, all right, cool. But they'd be just, it'd just be standoffish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's jarring, isn't it?
Because they're like, bro, why man? Like, man's changed. Like, that's what we always obviously hear. Like, man's just changed, isn't it? You've changed. Da, 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 da. But you're like, but it's like, I bet you that, because sometimes what I've clocked as well, that this facade has to keep going, because this is how maybe they will keep getting some type of traction, revenue, possible revenue, and other things. So it is what it is. For them, they think that it works. Cool. You know, people's attention spans in the world are change a lot of the time. It's getting shorter and shorter. You got to do what you got to do. But but you know what? Like, I think I've had this conversation with people, like, when it comes to the episodes.
Yeah.
People want only an hour.
Yeah.
Or maybe 30 minutes. I'm like, big man, do you even know about podcasts?
Nah, exactly. Yeah, that's not a podcast.
Podcasts are like 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I've done two hours. I've done 3. Like, I don't mind making, because, bro, the atmosphere I've created through the show is that I want everyone to feel like they're at someone's yard, having a few drinks, having a bit of food, and having a normal conversation.
Nah, exactly.
The only difference is it's recorded.
Nah, exactly. You got a drink?
My smoothie.
What? That ain't no damn drink. I was thinking, what? You want some drinking thing? Because I'm on the drinking thing, innit? Listen. Don't
big up, Ray. Big up, Ray, nephew. Bop.
Yeah, if you're drinking, I'll drink. I don't mind that.
Yeah, run that, my guy.
Yeah.
But also, before we get as well, if people know, Bristol is proper yard, innit?
Yeah, for real.
Bristol is proper yard.
Yeah.
When I go London and I'm saying, yeah, Ray and nephew, yeah, run that. They'll be like, what? You drink Ray?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Ray, you know.
Nah,
the thing is, you just have to respect the Ray.
Mm.
I think the older man them know this. Everyone knows that's from Bristol that drinks Ray knows you don't do madness with Ray. Man's drinking it straight. You're a real yard man.
Yeah, fam.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways. Man's just gonna do it with like ice and that.
Nah, no ice, not for me, mate.
But like we've done this for, like, we're just proper, like, yeah, we just respect the Ray. People just disrespect it. Just shots.
Nah, yeah.
Nah, it's a sipping thing.
Nah, exactly.
Get your little mixer if you want. And just hold the vibes.
Nah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. It. I might be drinking it straight, but you gotta hold the vibes. I'm not gonna drink that like straight down.
Yeah, people want acid in their mouth, bro. It's long. Yeah. But like, back to it. Like, yeah, it's just change, man. We just have to keep going, and it is what it is. And
I understand the change, though, to be fair, because it's like, there was a point in my life not too long ago where, like, my life did change for a little bit. So I did it, but this is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is the difference between me and a lot of people. I just didn't show off about it. I didn't speak about it whatsoever. So not many people know. Only my close friends know. So it got to a point where I was flying to different countries every week. I've been to Japan, China, America, Germany, what have you, filming. Do you know what I'm saying? I never ever spoke about it. Nah, yeah, I just never ever spoke about it, and I tried to give bring-ins when I could give bring-ins, basically. But I just feel like, so in terms of change, what you're on about, like, once you start getting used to a certain lifestyle, it's very easy for you to live that lifestyle and kind of forget your old one. So another way to look at it is like, with like right now, I can tell you, if I was a millionaire, like, I wouldn't buy 5 houses or Lamborghinis or what have you. I wouldn't do that. That's not me. But as soon as you make your first 5 million, you're going to be thinking, wow, I've got 5 million and I can actually afford a Lamborghini. So I'm going to buy a Lamborghini. Do you know what I'm saying? Once you buy it, you're like, that wasn't so bad. I've still got X amount of money left over. And you just start naturally living that life. So therefore you just naturally change, and that's fine. But like, so I think that's okay. So I feel like that's what a lot of successful Bristolians do. They get so used to it that they forget about everyone else, and it's only about them. The only people that they care about is ever successful people. So I'm trying to say to you, have you not noticed that the successful Bristolians, they only hang around with ever successful Bristolians. They don't ever mix with people like myself, who's actually good at filming. Do you know what I'm saying? They want to hang around with that person up there because they've got clout, essentially. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think I need to see that a bit more, because I haven't been in the creative space long. I wouldn't.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I would say I need to see it in, maybe, because every time I'm in London, I'm pretty much the new guy in the scene. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, even though I've been here for long.
Yeah.
Because bruv, every time they be like, "You're from Bristol. Wait, what's popping in the city?" Like, they're curious. They're curious,
Yeah. Yeah.
because the only person they know is Maya. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Maya's
Yeah.
the only person that you would know from Bristol, and maybe oh shoot,
I'd imagine Jibster.
mm,
Not really.
nah, I've never heard of Gypsy's name. Honestly, no disrespect, but it's
Yeah.
just I haven't heard.
That's interesting.
Who? But this is when I'm in the podcast creative space. Innit?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who else? Who else? Probably from Bristol. The girl from Game of Thrones. The two girls on
Oh
there.
yeah. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But other than those, people be like, Bristol's popping. Wait, show me videos or something. Show
Yeah.
what's going on. Like, because I always say that we have carnival. Just come somewhere for carnival. They be like, you got carnival.
Yeah.
They're always they always confused, and they're like, show me videos, and I'm showing them. They'll be like, rah.
Yeah.
It's actually popping.
No,
Let me come soon, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I mean? So, I've told bare people, like, this is from London, like, yo, come with me. You hold the corner. All you need to do is go maybe, right in a Baldwin Street, bro.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
exactly.
And you're chilling, bro. You're chilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Find your spot. Good. You're good. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me. Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, so at the end of the day, we just got at the end of the day anyway, you just got to keep going, because the way everything's panned out for you, as you said, you've been going to do filmings and stuff like that, and bro, you just won an award.
Yeah, I know, but this is
like
the thing
that,
though, like
that I wouldn't say you're big, but that's like that's changed. That change put you in a path that like, raw, man's actually got an award for something I made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fam, if man gets an award, bruv, if I get an award for the best podcast and one flipping award show, bruv, and I'm a guy from Bristol, and that's living in Bristol, I am gassed for life.
No, but this is the thing though, like, I don't know if it's because I've been in it for so long and because I've done so much. Like, to me, I don't care about it, if I'm honest with you. Like, obviously I care, but like in the sense of I care more for the award for the people that was involved in the project, because I want to help those people. So it's just like Jabari, for instance. Like,
big up Jabari, Jibs.
Yeah, hang tight, Jibs. But yeah, like, for me, I think he is a sick black actor. So therefore, I want to elevate and help him as much as possible. Do you know what I'm saying? Why is it that no other filmmaker in Bristol, especially that comes from ends that knows him, wants to do that for Jabari? It gets on my nerves. It feels like I'm the only one that wants to help, like Scotty, Nathan, Jabari, Omar. Do you know what I'm saying? Remain, friggin' Amari, all of these people. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? And then when it comes to like filmmakers like Patch, and then friggin' like Kev and all of these kind of people, like, it just feels like I'm the only one that's like out there trying to try a thing with them.
I think it's because I think people are on this thing of wanting to do everything for themselves first and see how far they can go.
No, it's like, but once they get far, they've gone. Do you know what that's what I'm trying to say to you?
But
they don't want to come back.
Yeah, but the thing is, they always think that what they think is, when I go to a certain place with this, I can bring them and them.
Yeah, but they don't.
But all reality, they forget.
Yeah.
So what I think is that's the problem that we are having in the city. That's why I'm so happy that I've created an atmosphere to where I'm open to anybody just coming in and be like, yo, let's not, I wouldn't say collab, but put a shine on something. Show a personality to someone that's not just doing creative stuff. Like, as an example, obviously have had Mega on, big up Mega, and he does music. Had Jibs on, he's an actor. What Stace does, whoever does, writers, creative directors. I've had who else have I had on? Obviously I've had like people from London that do various things, not just a podcast. Just some of the mandem that do photography, like LJ as an example, Zach.
No, you've had
big up
Bilo on
Mo
as well.
Yeah, like I've had bare people just to shine a light on a personality that they'd be like, wow, I'm curious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like AC, like bare, man.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
many,
enough.
fam. I've like big up, like one of the best ones I've ever had on a show that I would say that I love to have her on the show. I love having her on the show is all of the females that have been on, like Serafina, who has the food too, you know, her food blogging. In any big up in any, like she's just become a CEO like of a big company. Like Cherise does a lot of fashion stuff. Who else? Mike, who does a lot of cooking stuff. Ish, who does a lot of the photography and like just being a creative. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd like to shine these people that are my peoples and just be like, you know what? Check them out too.
Yeah, but that's what makes you a good people. So we need more people like you in Bristol to have that mentality. But that's the problem. It's just like all of these Arab people, they don't want to do that. It's basically the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no problems with no one. Do you know what I'm saying? In Bristol, but I'm just saying,
it's just the creative space you have a problem with.
Yeah, it's just like the mentality and the kind of attitude is just different down here. It's mad.
I think it's because we're so small, man. We're not small. I wouldn't say small, but we're in this space of our own bubble. Like everyone's out for themselves. You don't know what's going on. You know, everybody, like, you know, there's too many people, man. At the end of the day,
do you know what? I don't even feel like there is though. When you break it down to actually like, because you gotta get real as well, right? Like,
and also, by the way, I bet you for a fact as well, some people want to do creative stuff, but they don't want to because they might get rinsed by their brethren.
Probably, yeah.
That's one of the main things that I think as well.
Yeah, so that's like me with like the music stuff, right? Like
banter, bro. Banter. I was like, you're doing music too?
Shit. Yeah. I'm just having fun with it, but like people be like, oh, that's too corny. And it's just like, well, I don't care if it's corny. I'm doing it for me. I like it.
Look at the brother that did who's that guy, bruv? 1 Pound Fishman, or the
yeah, exactly.
What's the other guy that got run over by
by the bike?
Yeah, that guy. He had a music video, blood.
No, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
bro,
that's what I'm saying.
Man had Lamborghinis and babes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, this guy is 30, 40, still delivering Amazon or whatever he does.
Yeah,
a mailman.
Yeah,
a man was doing corny shit like a music video to make the piss out of himself.
Yeah,
and hope for peace.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's mad. But like in Bristol, you'll get shunned upon for that for some reason, and it's just like,
I wouldn't say you get shunned upon. I think they think it's not good enough.
Yeah, maybe. I don't even. Do you know what? I don't even think it's that. I just think it's just like, it's just one of them ones where it's just like, again, it's just that same example I gave earlier, where it's like, if I just silently dropped something now and people didn't really hear it or think it was that great, they wouldn't say nothing. They wouldn't really share it. But if I dropped the exact same track, and Drake promoted it, everyone would want to share it. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's like given. That's a given thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Bruv,
so,
big man, one day I will meet Drake and me and him are gonna have a conversation.
You probably will.
Atmosphere. I'm putting that in the atmosphere, you get me?
Yeah.
Like, I said to a babes once, one day I'll introduce you to Chris Brown and it's
She's probably like, well, you gotta think like that sometimes.
And she's like, like whatever, like taking the piss. I'm like, watch.
No, exactly.
Watch, bro.
You gotta think big. And that's what, like, for those who are watching, I guess, like, if you do want to do something,
do it.
Just do it. Just don't care about what people think. That's why I did the Little Rise show. Like, everybody thought they didn't want to see that. And it was a corny thing to do, to be the funny guy and to act on stupid on camera. Do you know what I'm saying? But as soon as people clocked and was like, rotted, like, this guy is getting some Ross views. Do you know what I'm saying? It all of a sudden it wasn't corny. It was right. Like you're actually pretty sick. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sick, yeah, yeah.
And then so yeah, like
there's so
yeah,
many. It's because of viral moments, bro. Like
yeah.
viral moments are big now, man. So
No, exactly.
I think if yeah, as I said before we go to the different topic, like yo, before, bro, if we had Little Ryan show now,
Yeah.
it's a myth for certain people.
Yeah, I
It's a
didn't even
myth.
know about that. Yeah, I didn't even know. You know, I doubt myself. Like,
No, but
honestly,
like there's these people that do this almost like these comedies,
yeah,
slapstick and other stuff, and you're just like, wow, like
yeah.
you'll get views off that.
No,
You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
exactly. Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I've seen, because there are good people and there are bad people at the end of the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was the error thing. Yeah. So that was what I wanted to chat to you about. So, in the sense of like, yeah, people like, yeah, getting lots of people on the podcast and people kind of being selfish or what have you. Like, oh yeah, and then with Bristol being too big in the sense of like, there's everybody's doing lots of different things. Like, I feel like, yeah, to counteract that point, like I feel like Bristol is small enough to know what everyone's doing, but also there's so much stuff that's going on, like you say, that I feel like a lot of people just aren't like ballsy enough to admit that a lot of the stuff that comes out of Bristol is shit. And I feel like that's important to differentiate. I feel like, honestly, like I'm not sat here
I'm not
trying
gonna
to
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I had that moment as well when
yeah.
I seen one of the mandem post something of someone started a podcast, bruv.
Yeah.
Visual one, just a visual joint.
Yeah.
I looked at it and said, "This ain't gonna last."
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But
This
it's
this looks like every single one that starts a podcast literally the same day as them, and I'm like,
yeah.
that ain't gonna last, babes.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like, funnily enough, sometimes they do for whatever reason. But it's just like,
Weird.
I feel like, yeah, I just feel like there's a weird thing in Bristol where it's just like, if a song isn't good, like people will still say it's good just because of the person. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's their people's, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's just like, but why is it that X singer who's actually music, like this is a music person, do you know what I'm saying? Like they can play guitar, they can friggin' play trumpet at the same time, they can play drums, they know what a melody is, they can mix, record everything, and they can
Proper
sing.
musician.
Yeah, proper musician, yeah. Why is that person not getting recognized, but this person who don't know none of that is getting recognized? I just think it's interesting. It's just
Yeah.
yeah, it is
It's a mad thing, though. Mad
yeah.
thing. But at the end of the day, we just gotta fight through and wait our turn, bro. That's how I think.
My turn is not coming in.
Nah,
I
I
stopped
think.
believing a long time ago.
Nah, but when it comes to this filmmaking thing, though, that transition for you must have been so easy, because obviously editing and stuff like that and creating an actual product.
Yeah.
So to the action, because obviously you've made so much, through various other things.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that the quality of your work, like as you progressed in this road you're in, has gotten better compared to when you first started the new journey after
Yeah.
the time?
Yeah. Of course, it's grown like tremendously, I think.
Because
To,
as you can see, people on YouTube, bruv, man is so crispier than me and the visual thing.
yeah.
It's a bit mad, bruv.
Yeah.
Mad.
No, yeah, I think it's natural to grow when you start doing something for years. But the difference between me and a lot of other filmmakers in Bristol is that I took it very, very seriously. So seriously to a point that like, yeah, I kind of risked a lot to be in a position that I'm in today or to get the knowledge that I know today. And I don't feel like, yeah, I don't feel like there's a lot of people that have done what I've done to get to where I am. So it's like I was watching a short thing that I did back in 2014, and I was watching it because I just like I'm my worst own critic. Like whenever I make something, I'm always like, "Oh, this is
You
terrible."
always
Like,
are. Everyone is.
like yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just like I'm just kind of like paranoid by it all. But like yeah, I filmed something. I don't know if you've seen. I was trying to make this thing called The Unthinkables. It was about like black superheroes in Bristol, right? And like I made people fly and everything, right? And like I went back and watched like a quick sample of that thing. And like, to be honest with you, for what it was back then, there's hardly anyone in Bristol really that's even up to that standard from 2014. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? And it's just like, and I just have to ask myself the question of like, why is it that like, again, certain people just go way further than...
I think it's mainly laziness, man. Like people really want instant success. Like this is our generation in general. Like we all want instant success. We don't want to have the struggles, the work, like actual workload. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't want to make the sacrifices as well. Like, bro, at sometimes, like in one day, even though I'm out in London, I'm staying there for like 2 nights or so.
Yeah.
As soon as I check into my place or whatever, I go straight to a studio. When I'm record for 2 hours or so, and go back to my hotel, edit, process a lot of stuff just in case overnight before I hit the club, before I hit the dance, bro.
Yeah.
And then the next morning when I'm super hungover, man can still edit, man can still post everything before I leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've made the sacrifices I've made. Like fam, like I've missed out on on a night out. Oh God, Lord Jesus. I have sacrificed a lot just to literally be like, man has to finish editing and